Hi Scorpio, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. So this week are the deeper spiritual messages, and I'm using 4 different oracle decks and 1 tarot deck to get the message. Whatever it is, it's completely open. What comes out, Scorpio. Oh, and I will say that it does take me a little while to get it out. I am shuffling on camera, I'm pulling it all out so that you can see it happening live. Yeah, because Scorpio needs to trust me on this, right? So I'm pulling live. So because of that, if someone would be kind enough to put a timestamp in the comments for when the reading actually starts, because that could be like 2 to 3 minutes from now. Sorry. Or you can just watch me shuffle. Watch me. But if you do that, if you're kind enough to do that, I will be kind enough to heart it and to pin it at the top. So I would love that. And I know everyone else would who doesn't have the patience to watch me shuffle. So what is coming out? Something just flipped. And you got 1. I'm going to show you each card as they're coming out of the different decks. So the first one you have here is Spider. I really like that card. That is good energy, that card. And now I'm going, that's from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. And now I'm going into my Shaman Oracle deck. And what's deeper spiritual messages here for Scorpio? Deeper spiritual messages here for Scorpio. Deeper spiritual messages here for Scorpio. Where's the deeper message for Scorpio? What's the deeper message for Scorpio? Something. Come on, Scorpio. Oh, no, there we go. I think you got 3. Did you get 3? Looks like you got 3. Ooh. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, you got the Time Master. Oh, I really love that card. You got the Journey. And you got the Giveaway. I always find the Giveaway is a challenging card, but let's see what comes out with it. Everything else is looking really, really good. Almost as if you have really good things coming in for you. And there will be, to get even more, it's almost as if giving of yourself. I know Scorpio guys, like the readings I've been doing for you the past year, you guys, some of you have been giving a lot. Okay, so let's see where this goes. Go. Oh yeah, okay. Ah, okay. Okay, now I'm getting it. It's coming in. Your message is actually coming in. Oh shoot, that's a lot of cards. Okay. All right, what do we have here? We have the Antelope. This was the first one that came out all on its own, and then I continued to shuffle. And then a bunch came out. So Antelope, life is speeding up. That seems like that really brought the message in here for me. Time for a deep dive. I'm putting these ones onto the side. They're coming in, they're gonna connect to the message somehow, but there's a main message here first. Use your mind wisely. Every one of these that are coming in, I'm just putting off to the side to be at home. Love is all around. And bring your ideas to life. You might actually have 2 separate messages here, but let's see what happens. Okay, so now I'm going to the El Key deck, Shihu. So let's see, Shihu what? Shihu what? What are you going into? What are you doing? Shihu. What do we have for Scorpio? Wow. She who prepares, formulates, strategize, devise, Zenith. Yeah, I feel that connection with the first message here. I'm going to put the other ones down. There's a second message here. I don't know why. I've never done a reading and that's happened like that. But all those cards that came out from, this is just like the Animal Spirit deck, that's like a second message. So let's get into the first, because the first is the main, but give me a second here to look at the cards. Wow. All right, message starts now. Okay, so the time is now. The time is now. That is a big message that's coming in. The time is now. The time is here. I don't know what you've been waiting for, what you've been anticipating, perhaps even something you've been dreading. It's now. The time is now. It's here. It's get ready. It's a whole new journey. Wow. This is, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to recap what you have in this main message. You have the Spider card here. This is a very creative, robust sort of energy. It's a hard-working energy too. I would say it's a little bit like the Eight of Pentacles. I want to say it's a little bit to me like the Eight and Nine of Pentacles. So it's a very, you know, working in what it is that you love to do, putting the work in, focusing on that. But also with the Nine of Pentacles, it's about self-care too. And you're sort of self-caring while you're working on something. And when I say working, I don't mean it's necessarily the 9-to-5 grind, that job. It could be something else. Kind of feels like something else. It kind of feels like something else here. And boy, time is about to speed up for you so fast. This is just insane the way these two cards come together. The Time Master and the Antelope. Wow, like what you've been waiting for it's like knocking at your door. It's coming in, and it's coming in hard and fast. And life is, if you're not feeling it now, it is about to speed up in a big way here. You are getting ready to go on a journey. It's funny, as soon, like I was pulling up the cards, I wasn't quite getting messages. As soon as this came out, it pulled everything together. It was funny. It was like, yep, that's it. There we go. So this is a big journey. It really feels like, to me, this journey card feels almost like the World card, the Wheel of Fortune, all of that wrapped into one, where there is a new cycle, a big new cycle here, Scorpio. You're going to have to get rid of some stuff along the way. And when I say stuff that's not serving you anymore, I'm getting the message. This is not just, you know, maybe emotional or mental baggage that's associated with something from the past. This is physical stuff too. You got to get in there and you've got to get rid of stuff, because you are about to move forward on a new journey, a really big new journey here. And this is your power. This is your power in this journey, approaching this journey, getting ready for this journey. She who prepares, because the more prepared you are for this, the more successful you're going to be in this new cycle. What this cycle is. Wow, maybe that's what the second message is. I haven't gone in, I haven't really looked at these other cards. I mean, I've looked at them, I see what they are, but I'm not like trying to pull in a message. But there is really formulate, strategize, devise. What it is that you want. There's three things that are coming in. Something that you want, something you've been waiting for, something you've been dreading. That's the three things that are coming in with this. Something you want, waiting for, dreading. I don't know why dreading. Maybe because it kind of feels like it's something that you want though, but yet you dread it in a little way. In a little tiny way, you kind of dread this. And I don't know if it's because you realize that there is parts of you, parts of your past, parts of your present that you've got to give away. And I don't mean like you're just throwing it out. You're giving it away somehow. You're looking at it. You're saying, that relationship's not serving me anymore. I release myself of it. I give it back to the universe. These clothes don't fit me anymore. I know they won't. I'm going to give them to someone I know who could use them. You're giving a lot of stuff away here. You're clearing out energy that's really associated with your past, because you're moving into the future and you're doing it quite quickly. Actually, I feel like the future is coming, is like this wave. It's like an undertow. It kind of comes up under your feet and then it pulls you. It's like an undertow. You don't even realize it. It looks like it's calm. You know, and they say that's where you got to be careful. If you see big waves coming in the shore in the ocean, and then there's this calm area, Be careful, because that is often the undertow. And it's calm because it's sliding, it's pulling back. It's like you've gone into this calm, it looked like this was good, because you're dreading this somehow. You're dreading this. And I don't think you're dreading it because you're dreading where this is taking you. I think you're dreading a little bit of what you need to leave behind. What you need to leave behind. There's some sort of self-reflection, some sort of taking stock of everything that you've acquired up to this point. It's almost, you know what? This is like, you've got 7, 8, 9 of Pentacles right here for me. 7, 8, 9 of Pentacles right here in this card. You were working on that. You were with the 7 of Pentacles. This is a divinely timed, but it's also for me, I get the 7 of Pentacles. It's things that you've worked on up to this point in life, things that you've invested in, seeds that you've planted. Is it worth harvesting that fruit? Are some of those things that I still want in my life? Those things that I should continue to invest in? Do they give me a return? And when I say do they give me a return, you're asking yourself, do they uplift me? Do they benefit my life on a higher level? Do I feel like I'm benefiting others without it being, toxic to you? Because you can get a lot of reward out of doing that, like helping others, only if it's not feeling like a burden to you. So looking at all of that, taking stock, and then thinking, there's some new seeds that I could plant here that feel like they'd be really good for me. So then that takes you into that 8 of Pentacles energy, which is, now let's work on this. Let's build on this. Let's really put some focus in it. And as you do that, you don't realize it, but you're also affecting your 9 of Pentacles energy, which is self-care, which is looking after yourself, which is making yourself this very independent, very dynamic, beautiful, healthy, invigorated person. Yeah. And that undertow, it's coming to get you. It's coming for you. It is. It's like you've walked out. You've almost found this calm little area. Everyone else is in the waves. Why are they there? Got this calm area here. It's beautiful. You walk in. You're up to your ankles. It's like, ooh, pulling on me. It feels nice. You get up to your waist. Come with us, Scorpio, because I can hold all of these up. I don't need the giveaway in what the undertow is doing. You're going to be given. It's almost like, yeah, no, it's not like that. I was going to kind of say, it's like if the undertow is strong enough, it's kind of pulling your bathing suit off, but it's not quite that much of a giveaway. It's not quite much. So yeah, the Time Master, the journey, and life is speeding up here. That is the undertow. You are in the undertow, but it's taking you. It's almost like a little like Alice in Wonderland. And the undertow is taking you down the hole, down the rabbit hole, to this journey of where it goes. I don't know. Maybe the tarot tells. Well, maybe these cards at the bottom will tell us, because I know this is a second message for some reason. And I've never had that happen before. So that's a first. That's kind of cool. This Zenith, she who prepares, get ready, prepare the giveaway. The giveaway is really important too, because if you have a whole bunch of stuff in your arms you're trying to hang on to, and you're in an undertow, well, how are you going to survive? You can't. It's not going to go well. The undertow is trying to take you to somewhere really new and cool, like that rabbit hole. This is a new cycle, and being like the rabbit hole in the Alice in Wonderland analogy, it's, things that you could only dream of could be down this rabbit hole. It's kind of exciting, but yet, you're a little bit apprehensive about it. Yeah, I could see. It's interesting. It's very interesting. Okay, so now, give me a second. I want to look at these other cards, because this is another message here. Let's see what this is. Sense though. Okay, yeah, there it is. Now we know where you're going. So obvious when you look at the cards. What did we just talk about? The undertow. Swan spirit, time for a deep dive. So you're going to go out there and you're going to dive and you're going to look for that rabbit hole. And this is why you are about to go into an energy to actually bring your ideas to life. This is, you know, you could simplify it and say this is a very strong manifesting energy. Who had that? Someone had that last week now. Was that you? I don't remember. Someone was moving into a really strong manifesting energy. Regardless, this is kind of like that, but it's on a very different level here. It's almost as if the universe is whisking you away to do this. It's plopping you into the rabbit hole so that you can find these amazing things. Bring your ideas to life. Is that not the rabbit hole? Like the rabbit hole, there's different ways of looking at the rabbit hole. Like you can do some deep diving into all sorts of different theories and ideas about existence and reality. And you can dive so deep, you can get lost, and you can come up in the morning and you don't even, like, is this real? Am I in the Matrix? You know, like it's more like the fantasy of life. What you could create. It's very creative energy. This is a very, very creative card. This very, 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 very creative energy. A lot of wand energy is feeding your deep dive. And you know, you being that water with Pluto and that fiery Mars energy, your planets, this is like them coming together. It's as if you're diving deep into the water aspect of yourself, Scorpio, and the way is lit up by these underwater wands. And it's just a fire. It's a creative, passionate, desirable energy. And you can bring your ideas to life. Now use your mind wisely. I feel that this is the present and the future is the message in this. Because your mind is about to become very powerful in terms of manifesting in this deep dive, into this energy that pulls you towards endless possibilities. It's really endless possibilities. You know, she who prepares. That's all about using your mind wisely too. What are you going to take into this rabbit hole with you? You know, that's just a giveaway. What are you going to take into this rabbit hole with you? Really think about that, because the more that you take with you, the less that you can claim in the rabbit hole. You know, imagine that you're going to this really amazing, I'm getting this vision of a combination of a craft sale, garage sale, farmer's market, just this amazing place where there's so many different things. And you walk in and the first 4 tables or booths, like, oh my God, I need that, I need that, I need that, I need that. And then before you realize it, it's like, oh, there's like 4 buildings that are part of this and my arms are full. So really think about what it is that you want for yourself. Before you even walk, you need to not have anything before you walk into that building, before you go into that rabbit hole, because you need to be able to receive stuff that you really want, stuff that's, I want to say, part of your wildest imagination here. This deep dive. And then, so this is interesting. These 2 cards at the end, these 2, so there was 5 cards that came out as this secondary message for you, Scorpio. Be at home and love is all around. This is a big change, and it could even affect where you live. It could affect where you live. It could affect how you live. Like, even if you don't change your residency, I see your residency changing a lot. I see you going through it and purging, like purging things that don't serve you anymore, almost to the point where things may seem bare to others, but yet you feel a sense of freedom. You know, people come over and go, oh, where did all your furniture go? Where did all your books go? I don't need them anymore. Like, I've purged. You're creating a new life. You're kind of creating a new life here. Whether you're physically moving and changing where you're going to live, you could be doing that, or you're changing where you live to the point where you might as well have moved. It's so different. And then this love is all around. It's almost as if by purging and removing so many of these excess energies, baggage is not serving you anymore. It feels a lot like, you know, like the 10 of Wands. You're holding so much. You've been holding on so much. You've been collecting so much through your lifetime at this point, and some of it needs to be released. Some of it needs to be released, maybe all of it, whatever these 10 wands are that you're holding on to, so that you can claim this Ace of Wands and hold on to that and have this new passionate beginning, because it feels very much like it's wand energy. As I said, the water aspect of Scorpio is what is pulling you into this future, and then when you get there, it's all lit up by wands. Like, it's really neat. It's feelings, it's emotions, it's intuition, it's passion, it's desire, it's the spark of life, it's creativity. Man, I wish I had more Scorpio in mine. What do I have Scorpio in? It's something very exotic. It's not like a planet or anything. I can't remember what it is. But this is a pretty cool reading. I want to get into the tarot for you. Let's look at the giveaway, okay? Because this is important for you. When this undertow comes in to pull you into your future, to direct you to this rabbit hole, you don't want to be hanging on to things that you don't need, because you're gonna struggle. You're gonna struggle in that undertow to keep your head above, right? To keep your head above the water, to be able to, you know, enjoy the flow, enjoy this journey, enjoy this experience. If you've brought a lot of things with you from the past, you're going to be struggling with that, you know, because it puts responsibility and burden. It keeps that on you in areas where you maybe don't need to keep that. So the giveaway, what does Scorpio need to know about the giveaway? What does Scorpio need to know about the giveaway? What does Scorpio need to know about the giveaway? Yeah, it's a 10. It's the 10 of Swords. A lot of mental purging here. So for some of you, this is more. So I was told to look at the bottom. I did quickly. The Tower moment. Okay, the Tower. Anyways, for a lot of you, this is a real mental purge. That can be harder than any sort of physical. That can be harder than a 10 of Wands purge, because we can do the 10 of Wands, like release burdens, like release ourselves from maybe a job, a relationship, a situation, whatever. Physically done that. I've gotten rid of that. But then the mental part of it is, that's the hardest part, I think, is the 10 of Swords, is really mentally bringing an end to certain things here. It's a really mental game for you. And you can't bring swords out into the undertow. This is all about water, cups, and wands. So you need to release this mental anguish. There's some sort of heartbreak here. Pull that sword out and throw it away and let your heart heal. Pull that sword out, throw it away, and let your heart heal. Your heart can't heal if that sword is still sitting in there. If you're still thinking about whatever this is that broke your heart, that was disappointment, that felt like a failure, something that didn't work, it's not healing because you haven't pulled that sword out. Once you pull the sword out, then the tissue can start to close up around there. You can heal it, right? You can heal it so that your heart can be strong to struggle in the undertow as you go down the rabbit hole. This is a fun reading. I like this. This is interesting. Itchy nose. It's funny. I never get like such an itchy nose as I do when I do these readings. I don't walk around town like scratching my nose all the time. Wow. Prepares. The preparation. She who prepares. I really feel like I said, this the giveaway is important, and it's the 10 of Swords. That's the hard one. And then the preparation here. Let's see how you can prepare. How can Scorpio prepare for this new cycle, this dynamic rabbit hole dive through the undertow? Oh, wow. The 6 of Wands. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Oh, I'm getting multiple messages in with this. Obviously, the 6 of Wands to me, just typically in the tarot, is about accomplishment. It's about victory for yourself finally, and others seeing victory in you too, like, yay, good for you, you did it, and you feeling that too. I'm getting this is unusual, but I'm getting a collaborative energy coming in with here. There's part of this preparation, this strategizing and devising for yourself. There is support around you to do this, If certain aspects of this purge too feel difficult, whatever you need to purge, there's people around to support you, and it feels very supportive. I've talked about it before where, you know, if you have friendships or anything kind of relationship dynamics where, you know, people come and they're like, everything is okay. What do you do? If people are more attuned to allowing you to speak when you feel comfortable speaking about, you know, this could be helping with this Ten of Swords, purging that, releasing it finally. But anyone that you deal with that tries to manipulate, direct the conversation for their benefit, like their interest in what's going on with you, it's not helpful. That's not helping you. You need people that are there to listen. People that are there to listen and support. And I'm getting that. This is part of your victory in the preparation with this Six of Wands, because they're ready to help you have this rebirth. They want to see this Phoenix energy come up out of the ashes for you. That's nice to know. That's nice to know, because yeah, that can be a big part of the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords can be very difficult to deal with on your own. It can be. And there's moments where you might need to deal with it on your own. You might need to purge, you might need to scream, cry, yell, whatever it is. And then you need you need to do that in your pillow or out in the woods, or you need to do that. Myself, I've been thinking about getting like a punching bag. I thought that would be great. Just punch the shit out of a punching bag. But yeah, the Ten of Swords, this one, because you do need human support. You will need some sort of human soul support in releasing this Ten of Swords. Your life is speeding up. The Undertow. It's such a cool vision that I get with this Undertow, and it's almost like this, what's it called again? Oh, I knew it. It's not a cyclone, no. You know, it's spinning in the water, and it's taking you down into this rabbit hole where you're going to bring your ideas to life. Okay, I want to know about some of these ideas. Let's get into the fun stuff, okay? We've kind of gotten into what it is you need to address to prepare yourself for this cycle. You may be entering, I don't know, you're getting kind of a cycle message here, but it's big. This is big and it's exciting. And sometimes when things are really big and really exciting, they can be scary. And, you know, when you know you need to release stuff. So we see how you need to release. So let's get into the fun part, all right? So what is some of this really great stuff? You're going to bring your ideas to life. Wow, that's an interesting idea. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, we got two cards. Wow, this is interesting. We have the Five of Pentacles, followed by the Ace of Cups. I love it. I'll tell you why. Because your idea here is releasing yourself from a situation that does not serve you. Releasing yourself from something in your life that's very depletive. In the Five of Pentacles, in other typical tarot decks, is like, I think it's usually two people walking, they're huddled in the cold and they're walking away from a house of some sort. You know, like they're leaving their home. They're going somewhere though. They're going somewhere better. It's a change. It's a need for a change. Because where those two people are coming from was very depletive. It wasn't good for them at all. It probably wasn't good for the other people either. But they were the ones that decided, you know, we need to go. We need to change something here. So this is an idea, you know, whether that's work, whether that's a way of thinking too with this Ten of Swords, or whether that is a home, somewhere where you live. Because that did come up earlier. And then we have the Ace of Cups. When you remove yourself from the depleted energy, the energy that's not serving you anymore, you have a brand new beginning full of potential and emotions and feelings and joy for your life that you can swim into. That's part of bringing your ideas to life. That's a good idea. Like you're seeing the clarity in it. You're somehow seeing the clarity in that, yes, if I want that Ace of Cups, if I want that new beginning, something that feeds my soul and my emotions and my feelings, I need to get rid of the burdens. I need to get rid of the burdens. The Journey. I want to ask about the Journey card, because for me the Journey, one card has come out already. The Journey is about being whisked away with that Undertow. You know, going there. It's almost before you get into the rabbit hole. It's that It's a little bit of the planning stage, but you're in the physical aspects of it. You're physically doing it. It's not stagnant. It's not where you're just sitting around thinking about it. Should I do this? Should I not do that? You're doing it. Like if you're thinking, you know, I really need a new job. I need something different that's more fulfilling, that brings me more happiness, that I don't dread going into. Like that's not really the undertow yet. That's still standing on the shore. Still standing on the shore. You haven't dipped your toes in yet. The journey for me is you've dipped your toes in and you're waist deep and you started feeling to pull you. So now you're on that journey. Now you're going door to door. Now you're physically looking online, or you're talking to people, you're communicating, you're finding a headhunter, whatever it is that you're doing. You're actively in it, okay? So the undertow. So one card has come out. Let's see if anything else comes out about this journey. Probably not. It's a very strong card that came out. The Queen of Cups is what came out for this journey. This is love. This is love for yourself, love for what you do, love for all around you. This is the journey. This is what the journey starts to take you on. I feel like that apprehension, that, you know, kind of worried about this, is standing on the shore. That's the hardest part. Once you wade into it, you know, she's starting to go in. She's in the water now. You know, you're in the water, and that's the part where it feels good once you do the journey. It's I always say, it's like the scariest part of the tower moment is standing on the tower, knowing it's going to go. You have a choice. You can either initiate the tower, you can jump off of it and save yourself from, you know, kind of plan ahead. Or you know that something needs to change, needs to crumble, a foundation is no good anymore, but you're afraid to do that change. If you stand on that tower, the tower is going to go down at some point. You know that the foundation wasn't good. It's taking that leap. Once you do that, it's like 20 minutes leading up to a speech you have to do in front of 500 people. It's like, oh my God, I'm so nervous, I'm so nervous. And then, but as soon as you're doing the speech, you're just in your zone and you're doing it. That's what the undertow is. The undertow, you're in the zone, you're going, and that's where you start to feel it. As soon as you step off the shore and you start going into this, you're in the rhythm, you're in the flow of life, where the universe wants to take you into the rabbit hole. I want to pull a card on the rabbit hole. It sounds so exotic. The rabbit hole, the rabbit hole. I love these cards. Scorpio. Where are you going, my friends? What are you going to do? You're getting like one card at a time answer here. The Fool card. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at the water and the fire, the control of your Pluto and your Mars aspects. Look at you with the coins flying around, tigers and crocodiles and doves, all of that. Wonderful. That is exotic. Is it not exotic? That is the most exotic card. Oh my goodness. You are going into some really wonderful energy. You are going to be taking leaps of faith, and I feel like they won't even feel like that. It's just going to feel natural to do these new things that you want to do. Almost like a childlike enthusiasm. Chasing your new cycle. I really get that with here. The dove is chasing this butterfly. The energy, the movement, you can see it here. And it's like peace, harmony, and love is what is fueling these new cycle changes for you, these new opportunities. I feel very much like coming into the ability to truly harness what water and fire is for you as a Scorpion. No longer will you be, you know, once you get into the rabbit hole, you may not feel it now, but once you get into this rabbit hole, no longer will you feel like sometimes your fire is too strong, and the emotional, intuitive aspects of you that are represented by the water are burned off into steam, you know, and then you have to work on getting that back again. And maybe you get too watery and you put out the fire that's in you. This is a beautiful balance. Look at how this Fool energy is balancing both the water and the fire. Like it's a balance. It's a very balanced energy. But to get there, this is the trick. It's the giveaway. It's the mental baggage more than anything else that needs to be cleared for this journey. I really like this reading for you, Scorpio. It's kind of exciting. It's scary and fun and exciting all at the same time. What am I? Oh yeah, the singing bowl. So you need some singing bowl. So let's help to clear out some of that energy that might be affecting mental clarity, mental health. I've had a few emails from people. Trigger. I know I'm doing like really intense readings when the emails start coming in. And sometimes they're kind of threatening. Like, what is wrong with people? Come on, just, you know, like that. Okay, are we ready for the singing bowl? Wow, yours is strong. There you go, Scorpio. It's still kind of going. You probably can't hear it. I can hear it. There we go. All right. Thank you, Scorpio. What a fabulous reading. I really enjoyed that. Thank you for letting me read that for you. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.